Hi everyone, it's Donna Lee here from Tarot Readings by DonnaLee@gmail.com. I wanted to go through the Major Arcana today with you. If some of you are having trouble on remembering at least the order that they go in, I want to just run by a little story that I made up that helped me to remember them. You can make up any little story you want. I make up a story about my heat cups, but here we go. We've got the Fool. He is like a baby, but he was born by the magician. The magician conjured the Fool up, and then he gave him to the High Priestess. She couldn't look after him. She was getting on a little bit, so she gave him to her sister, because she couldn't have children. So the Empress now had a little baby, because she was all about fertility and nurturing. But her husband was a bit grumpy. He was kind and caring, but strong, and leadership-wise, he wanted the best for that Fool. So he thought, I'm going to send him to school. Then off to school he went, and then he met up with Hierophant, full of wisdom and knowledge. He taught him a few things, but alas, the Fool had to grow up a little bit, and he met a woman. Worst thing he could ever do, but he met a woman. They became lovers. They wanted to move out of the dorm and buy a house together. But they needed a car. Now, the only car they could find was the chariot. So the Fool put on his armour and off he got in his chariot. But because he couldn't know which direction to go in, them sphinxes were a little bit strong for him. So he needed a bit of strength. Okay. So he had courage and strength and power now. He could control his chariot. But he started to feel a little bit down in the dumps because he missed his mum and dad. But he met the hermit. They wandered off into solitude, and the hermit taught him he could answer his own questions by looking deep within himself. After he left the hermit, he won some good fortune on the Wheel of Fortune. His luck was in. It only cost him £1, and he won. So anyway, but when he did win, he got himself into trouble. He came up against the justice. He is the true disciplinary. Truth be told, you know, you will pay your parking ticket, and you're going to tell the truth. Well, the poor Fool didn't know which way to turn, so he decided just to go and laze about. He climbed up a tree and he just hung there. Boom, like that. So the Fool's hanging there, thinking about things, taking his time, growing spiritually inside. But alas, he fell off the branch, and death was imminent, but he only broke his leg. So that was a transitional change. He then mended his leg and had a new beginning. But the new beginning with his girlfriend had a few little addictions. They had a lot of sexual energy between them, and he had a bit of anger. She had a bit of jealousy. So that was the devil. But along came purity itself, temperance. She was testing the waters, and she was well balanced. So she decided to climb to the top of the tower. She climbed to the top of the tower and she stood at the top, so in the sky, so she could see the stars and the moon. And from the moon she could see the sun. All happiness and great, positive, successful. Then from the sun, the archangel called her, and all of achievements and satisfactions from the judgment day. The judgment day had begun, but after judgment comes the world, and it's all your achievements and what do you call it, ambitions. So the fool went round the world and started his journey all over again. Thank you.